Happy Friday and happy holidays. Or actually, you know what? By the time I post this, the holidays might be over. And welcome again. We have T, the turtle. He is joining us for all of these videos, maybe even become a permanent YouTube member. He's waving right now. So today we are going to dive into something that I've been wanting to try, and that is Tazarotene. So I know you've seen some of my videos, or maybe you haven't, but it's actually my most popular video, which to me really means a lot because I'm, a small channel. And this one between Altreno and retinoids, it's just comparing Altreno and Tretinoin. That one is my most popular video. So I thought what I would do next is I would do a video on comparing Altreno, Tretinoin, and then Tazarotene. So Tazarotene just came in the mail today. By the way, I do mail order and I use GoodRx for all of my retinoids, and it does make it cheaper. I have commercial insurance. Tazarotene, which would have been extremely expensive, so using GoodRx, it was about $40 for the standard tube of the Tazarotene. So today we'll start my journey on it. I'm going to just do a beginning video, and then I'll go over just little steps along the way of how I'm tolerating it. But just for all of you who don't know, so Tazarotene comes in just like, actually no, Tazarotene is a little bit different than Altreno and Tretinoin. Tazarotene is a retinoid, and it was approved for acne in the 1960s. Currently it's approved for acne and for psoriasis. It comes in a gel, a foam, and a cream. And it's also being studied now for anti-aging and wrinkles and just all the same improvements that you would see with any kind of retinoid. From my previous video, the reason why I like Altreno as my retinoid of choice is because it's an ointment, and I find that now finally I'm able to use my retinoid every day because of the formulation of the Altreno. So we'll see what happens with the Tazarotene. Tazarotene is also known as Tazorac. I'm just looking at my notes. Tazorac or Avage. And the thing that makes it a little bit different than other retinoids is that it was tweaked to be a little bit more specific to skin receptors. So it kind of holds on and doesn't move around as much like other retinoids. And the reason why this is good and bad is, yes, you can get some local irritation because it really stays where it's supposed to, but then it's good for things like psoriasis because it really gets into those deep plaques of psoriasis. There were some studies done in terms of how it does for anti-aging. 0.1% was used on the forearms of patients that had skin aging on their forearms. It was used for 12 weeks. And there were subjective effects found, such as decrease in the pigment, decrease in wrinkling, decrease in rough spots. And then there was also on biopsy, skin looked healthier on appearance on biopsy. The keratinocytes and the melanocytes had less atypia, which what you will see, meaning keratinocytes are like the roughness of the skin, that top layer, and then melanocytes are the pigment in the skin. So if there's less atypia and they're more kind of in line, then people will notice that as more, less rough skin and then more of an even skin tone because there's less of that pigment. So that was what was found. And the main thing, just to go over in terms of side effects and why would this be better, it's similar to other retinoids, but what some studies have found is that people can get better results both with acne and with anti-aging. The results seem to be a little bit quicker, versus 12 weeks with common retinoids. You can see results in 2 weeks, both by visualization and by just biopsy as well. So we will see, and just like any other retinoid, there's ongoing benefit, even though, again, like with anything, when you first start something, if you're coming from someone who has really sun-damaged skin, you're going to be like, wow, in 2 weeks or however long it takes, wow, this has made such a major difference to me. And then, as with anything, the results will plateau, but that doesn't mean that there aren't ongoing changes that are making the skin better, healthier, decreased risk of skin cancers in the future. So it is important to always continue your retinoid as tolerated. I have a video on how many ways to tolerate. I don't remember how many ways to tolerate the retinoid better, but that still would apply to the Tazarotene. You're always going to apply. And there have been some reports that side effects are worse. I mean, I'll let you know personally what I find with Tazarotene. I don't know if I'm going to like start it from scratch as if I'm just starting a retinoid from scratch, or if I'm going to start it as if I've been on a retinoid for, you know, almost 20 years now. So we'll see with that. I'm going to play around with that, but I'm always going to use the sandwich method. I'm always going to moisturize before and after, which is the sandwich method. Same kind of things. I'm going to just monitor my skin and make sure that I'm still, you know, using my other actives. But again, I don't know if I'm going to be able to just continue my other actives or if I'm going to have to start that from scratch because it is a new retinoid. So I'll let you know. Trying to think what else. Yeah, just the quicker strengthening the epidermis in 2 weeks. Those are the main things I want to go over, but I'm looking forward to trying this. I know that people have asked me, maybe not so much on video, but they, you know, I have a lot of friends and family and coworkers that I kind of, you know, talk about the retinoids, and I've told them about how I love Altreno, and people have asked me, you know, what do you think of Tazarotene? So now I can finally tell you. And I'm looking forward to sharing my journey. And please let me know if any of you have ever tried Tazarotene, have tried Altreno, or a retinoid formulation that you like, or tips that you enjoy, or any kind of questions. So thanks so much, and see you next week.